Welcome to Daytona Beach, Florida, home to Hankster's Hot Rods Muscle Car and Collector Car Showroom. We are not a consignment dealership. We own all of our vehicles. If you are watching this video on YouTube, please be sure to check out our website. That's hanksters.com. It's where you can find all of our most current inventory. Our YouTube videos stay up at all times between both of our showrooms. However, when a vehicle is funded in full, it comes down off of our website, letting you know that it's no longer available. Instagram, check us out. We will be doing little sneak peeks of new arrivals to come, as well as other automotive related material on our Instagram. So you might get a jump on a car you might be in the market for before it hits our website. In our business, you get to see and buy and sell and experience a lot of very cool cars. This one happens to be one of those pieces. What we are going to present to you today is a 1978 Chevrolet Corvette. L82 car, a vehicle, a limited edition that has never been dealer prepped. This car has 14 original miles on it, never been titled. It's on a bill of sale. So we're going to take it on a short drive today, and then we're going to put it away as to not put any more miles on it. But again, there's no title. It's a bill of sale. You can certainly, if you buy the car, title it off the bill of sale. Never been dealer prepped. All the original factory coverings on the vehicle when it was shipped back in 1978. Again, L82 car, 350 motor, 220 horsepower, AC, power steering, and power brakes. You'll be able to see a lot more of the underneath in, the motor, power steering, power brakes, and everything in the still photos on the car. So the infamous late 70s huge Corvette hood. You do have the pop-up headlights. We will find out later on in the test drive presentation if those function or not. You got the black top, of course, with the silver trim down low. Goodyear radial tires all the way around the car. The correct Corvette wheels in the center. Everything about this car is correct. Again, it's never been changed. It is the original paint. The original paint's in very good condition. You can see there's a couple, marks on the hood there, on the outskirts where, people, I guess, opening and closing the hood. But original paint, and the original paint's in very good condition. You do have dual mirrors on the car. They are painted the same color black as the vehicle itself. Do have the Corvette flags there with the limited edition designation there on the driver's side front fender. Door fitment on the car is fantastic, as it should be. It's never been altered or messed with, so it's just like it left the factory. Opening up the car, we will be leaving it just the way you see it. It will be photographed just the way you see it. It does have the Corvette covering on there, the carpet, and the the seats, the steering wheel, everything has all the coverings on there as it would have when it left the dealership, or when it left General Motors factory to go to the dealership back in the late 70s. We'll take a closer look at the interior when we're actually inside the car. Is a T-top car. All the coverings we'll show you inside here when we do the test drive presentation. All the coverings are still on the factory coverings are still on the T-tops as well. All of your trim components have never been put on the car. The mud flaps, the spoiler. We're leaving all those just like you see them. They are all wrapped just like they would have been when the car was delivered. Rear window defrost in the rear window of the vehicle. Corvette designation on the center of the rear fascia, and then of course brake lights, reverse lights. Do have the fuel door here with the Corvette designation, 1978 anniversary, 25th anniversary of the Corvette. Shooting down the passenger side of the car, just as nice as the driver's side. Again, completely unmolested in terms of paint, in terms of any kind of body work. Does have the original window sticker on the car. Look at that, $14,612.21. Can't buy one of the new Corvettes for that nowadays. That's probably your sales tax on one. Looking in the passenger side of the car, silver leather seats. Again, all the factory floor covering on the passenger side there on the floor. The door panels are in, as close to perfect condition as it gets. Nobody's even driven the car. It has 14 miles on it right now, and we'll probably put another 2 or 3 on it today, and that'll be about it. It'll be parked until it goes to its next owner, whoever that may be. I haven't seen any kind of flaws in the paint at all. This is probably as nice of a paint job as you'll see from 1978 as there can be. There's no areas of fade. The car hasn't been outside. It's been inside most of its life, as you can probably imagine, because the car hasn't been driven. Sat in different collections throughout the years, I would assume. I don't see any, spider webbing, any kind of paint fade, any kind of cracking, blistering, anything like that. You do also have the 25th anniversary designation there in the front hood portion of the nose. Really nice car. Again, we get these kind of cars from time to time. We've had several through our dealership that, have either never been titled, never been dealer prepped, never been registered, like this one, just on a bill of sale. So they're fun cars to present and fun cars to show. Definitely these kind of cars are getting fewer and fewer. Such low miles, and never technically had an owner. Never titled, so never put on the road. So let's take it out and put it on the rack and show you what the undercarriage looks like. I haven't been underneath the car yet, so I'm interested to see what kind of preservation there is on a car that's 43 years old. And then we'll take it out and we'll do a quick drive on it and put it back in the showroom. Okay, we're underneath our 1978 Corvette.
Oh, you're good.
Oh, you're good?
I was
Okay.
just messing with that.
Okay. Okay, we're underneath our 1978 Corvette. And I'm happy to do this video presentation today, and I'll tell you why. For those of you that email me and call me and text me and say, what are you trying to hide with paint? Because we paint the majority of our undercarriages, during our photo presentations. And, I always get asked a question, what are you trying to hide? Well, you're going to see this today firsthand. Again, this is an unmolested 1978 Corvette, so we have not done anything to this car other than spray wax on the outside. That's it. We didn't power wash it, we didn't paint it, we didn't do any maintenance to it, nothing. What you see is what you get. This is an unmolested, untouched vehicle. So I'll show you, we'll shoot the photos of this car and we'll do the video presentation on this car. And we'll show you how maybe you can appreciate the work that we do put into our cars during our other presentations. But seeing as how this is all original, we're not touching it. Disc brakes up front, and those are power. See the control arms? They're original, so they have surface rust on them. This is something that we normally paint, but obviously we didn't on this car. The cross member, normally you see our video presentations and our photo presentations, and the cross members are black. This one's not. Oil pan, not painted. We normally paint our oil pans if they are, if they look dirty or have some surface rust or some chips. I can assure you this car is leaking oil from somewhere. It's not bad. There was like 2 little tiny drops in the floor. I'm actually pleasantly surprised how dry the filter is and how dry the sides of the motor are. Again, nobody's messed with this. So, I'm surprised that it's not leaking more, but it's not. Check out the starter, okay? That's something that we would normally paint if it's not in the greatest of condition. But here's what you got. Frame rails, right? There's no rust here. It's just they aren't pretty because this is from 1978. So, the frame rails are nice and solid on the car. The floor pans are original, of course. The transmission pan, we didn't paint it, we didn't clean it. That's what you see is what you get. There was 0 transmission fluid in the floor. However, look, speedo cable. See that little tiny drop of tranny fluid right there? That's the speedo cable, it's, you know, there's an O-ring in there, and it's probably either original or certainly very old. So there's a little tiny drop of fluid coming out of the speedo cable. Nothing out of the tail shaft seal. The tail shaft seal's nice and dry. Drive shaft. Drive shafts are something we would normally paint black. This one's not painted. It's untouched, unmolested. The exhaust system is all original. So of course it doesn't look pretty, but it's you know, it's preservation is what this vehicle is being sold on. Disc brakes in the rear, all four wheels, disc brakes. Mufflers, see, General Motors, original mufflers. They aren't Flowmasters. You know, all the body components to this car are original, so there's nothing to show you in terms of any kind of, you know, any kind of replacement material on the car. You do have a spare up here that's probably, you know, probably original, and it's probably useless at this point, but it is there. The tires, I haven't ran a date code on them, but they aren't cracked in the center, indicating any kind of dry rot or anything. So I'd imagine the original tires have probably been replaced. I don't know that for sure. I didn't run the date codes on them. But nevertheless, they aren't all cracked up, and there's plenty of tread on there. So just a couple moments, we're gonna sit it down and we're gonna take it out and drive it. But this is what the classic car business and the collector car business is all about. This is a old vehicle, and it's all there. And original interior, original paint, original motor, transmission, original undercarriage. Nobody's touched it. So this is a piece of history and something that somebody would be proud to have in their collection, and it's going to be offered to you at Hanksters. If you don't have the cash to buy this vehicle, the collector car lenders will most certainly give you a line of credit to do so. Collector car lenders will do anywhere from a 5 to 10 year period on this car. There's no prepayment penalty if you pay it off early, so if you take out a 7-year loan on the vehicle and you decide you want to pay it off in 2, they aren't going to penalize you for doing that. So you know, maybe you have the cash to buy this car, but you don't necessarily want to part with it right at this moment. That's what, you know, that's when financing comes in and is able to lend a hand there. I got a lot of people that do that. You know, they take out a 6-month loan or a 12-month loan for whatever the reason is, and then they just go ahead and pay it off, and it makes for a nice inexpensive line of credit that you can pay off short term and not get penalized for doing so. One thing that I did not show you in the showroom was the headlight functions. They do function. They're a little slow. They don't come up at the same time, but I was going to show you in the test drive presentation that we're going to do here in a little bit. However, sometimes it's hard to get the camera angle over that large hood. So I'm going to set it down on the ground real quick, show you the headlight function, and then we're going to take it out and drive it. Our 78 Corvette's now on the ground and we're about to go drive it, but before we do so, I'm going to show you the headlight operation here real quick. But just as a reminder that we say in every single video, I really encourage you guys to, you know, this video is about as honest and as forthcoming as we can possibly be. However, I do encourage you guys to come in person and check out this 78 Corvette or any vehicle that you might be interested in. You know, we are in the business of selling 30, 40, 50-year-old cars. Sometimes you get a new car with some quirks that you have to take it back to the dealership for recalls or lights or transmission problems or whatever the case may be. We're in the business of dealing with older cars that have been through many owners and have, you know, may have had the engine switched or the transmission switched or a combination of both, or the color changed, or whatever the case may be. So selling classic cars, collector cars is very fun. Collecting them and buying them is very fun. But just understand what we're doing here. You know, we would love to, we don't have this big building in Daytona Beach here because we don't have anything better to spend our money on. We welcome you guys to visit our showroom, check out this Corvette or any piece of inventory that we might have. We'd be more than happy to show it to you. We have a 25,000 square foot indoor facility. None of our cars are kept outside, they're all kept inside. We have 2 racks here. I'll be more than happy to rack the car for you, put it in the air so you can check out the undercarriage. You can check out the paint outside. You're more than welcome to rifle through the interior, pop the hood, pop the trunk, go through the whole car. We'll definitely let you drive them. That's no issue whatsoever. But I enjoy having our buyers here firsthand. That way you know exactly what you're spending your hard-earned dollar on. So without further ado, let's check out these headlights and then go do the fun part, which is drive the car. Okay, we are in July in the great state of Florida, so we are going to try to get a test drive in here real fast because we got a tropical storm in the area. So, as I told you in the showroom, all the original coverings and everything are on the T-tops. 14 miles on the car. The RPM gauge is stuck at 6 grand, so we will see if we can get that to move here in the test drive. If not, this is not a car I'm messing with. I'm going to leave it just the way that it is. So, whatever's working and not working, this is how it's going to be delivered. Horn. Does work. Turn signals. Driver's side. Passenger side. Door locks. Functioning. Temperature's coming up. Yep, that fuel gauge works. That's why I'm going to go put $20 worth of gas in it right as soon as before we take our test drive. Oil pressure, battery. Clock's not functioning. Radio does function. One thing I do have, the AC does work. It's not blowing cold though, so I will shoot some R12 in here because I'm fairly certain it hasn't been converted. In fact, I'm certain it hasn't been converted, so we'll see if we have, we do have some R12. We'll shoot that in it and see if it'll charge up. Passenger side window, I won't put it down too far because I still got the window sticker on there, but it does function. Driver's side. Does function. I'm going to leave it cracked because we're going to do a test drive. E-brake works. Let's see, what else? I mean, you're looking at a all-preserved 1978 Chevrolet Corvette. I have to take the steering wheel cover off so we don't kill ourselves. It just, it's so slippery, it just slides against the wheel. It's so old. It's just like having oil on the wheel. It's just, I can't get a grip on the wheel, so I had to take it off for the time being so I can at least show you guys the car runs. So let's do that now. I did not check the tires. If the tires are, original or if they're older, but you could tell the car's got a little bit of a tire hop to it. It's not a car that you drive, so there's either flat spots on the tires from sitting, or it's just the age of the tire. It does have a little bit of a tire hop to it. It's not terrible, so if you drive it, it may work its way out, or you may have to put a new set of tires on it if you plan on buying it to drive, because see the steering wheel? Got a little bit of a tire hop. But the car drives nice. I just put $30 worth of gas in it, showing a half a tank of fuel. So the RPM gauge has not busted loose yet. That's still stuck. But the car starts up first time every time, runs fantastic. It does have when you hit the brakes, it has a pretty good pull there to the right-hand side. Again, this car doesn't get driven at all. It's got great our RPM gauge starting to come loose a little bit. See it moving? Now, whether it'll ever come fully loose, I'm not going to take it too fast because I don't know, again, this car doesn't get driven, so, I don't know I could blow a tire, who knows, but 50 miles per hour. It shifts through the gears absolutely perfect. You do let go of the wheel, it does track straight. It's just, when you put on the brakes, it's got a good pull to the right, but car tracks straight. Let me hit the brakes here and see, it'll pull us right. But very well preserved time capsule here. Literally we've driven it 2 miles and car runs great. It's just, like I said, a little bit of a tire hop, pull to the right. Good response in the steering wheel. The steering wheel's nice and tight. Good acceleration. Tranny shift's perfect. Just this is a car for all you guys out there that, have a collection, and I know there's a lot of Corvette collectors out there. If you don't have this one in your collection, you probably should, or you probably want to, or you've been looking for one like this. Or if you're just a car collector in general and you just want a nice, untitled, well-preserved Chevrolet Corvette, here it is. And it's a great color combination too, right? Black and silver, fantastic. Good acceleration. Look, speedometer's on the money, 50, 60. We'll shut it off there. Like I said, I don't want to get too crazy with a car that never gets driven. You never know what's going to go wrong, but awesome piece of history right here. 386-944-9219 is our contact phone here in Daytona Beach. Hanksters.com is our website. Look, as I'm driving, that pull's getting better. Hanksters.com is our website. That's where you can find all the photos of this vehicle today, as well as this video presentation we're doing for you. At full retail price, this vehicle does include shipping in the lower 48 United States. It also includes a 12-month, 12,000 mile powertrain warranty if you're going to drive the car. If you're not, we could gladly take the warranty off. Warranty's only available at full retail price anyways. So the price of the car is negotiable. It's somewhat negotiable. However, if we negotiate the price of the car, the warranty drops off, and then of course the shipping drops off as well. And you're welcome to trailer it home yourself. You're welcome to use your own carrier if you have somebody you like using. Otherwise, we can definitely set up the shipping for you. We would love to earn your business, add you to our growing customer base, not only throughout the United States, but throughout the world. Before I go, I just want to tell you again, we didn't shoot the speedometer earlier. The speedometer is functioning, and the speedometer is right on the money. 17 miles is on the car right now. That is actual miles. So the odometer is working. It was 14 when we started. But we would love to earn your business. We'd love to put this piece of history into your collection, into your home. So check us out. We are located in Daytona Beach, Florida, and we are Hanksters Hot Rods.